Revolutionize your marketing.
Welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gollmer and I'm a podcast engineer here. I'm excited to bring you another episode of Revolutionize Your Marketing with Mill City Marketing and our own friend John Petros, who we met through another mutual contact a number of months ago. And we do this show every Friday at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 Pacific. And so, as the name suggests, show is all about marketing and creative ways to promote yourself and your organization, and so on. But nothing further ado, I'm gonna bring in. That looks like we might have John at the moment. But so Kirk, can I bring you in here?
Yeah, let's
Our
keep the show going.
marketing and disability LA here while we're waiting for John to come back.
There we go. See, this is teamwork, folks. John will be back on as soon as he gets his technology worked out, but we're really excited about the guests we have today. A lot to offer, and it's really nice when, we can showcase some crafts, some things produced by someone all by themselves and to give their artwork out and have nice little products to share. So when John comes on, he'll have a little showpiece. And we have 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐍𝐿 here, and she's going to show you some things you're going to see in her background, a duck, and that's kind of, her avatar, as everybody knows, 𝐒𝐿𝐿 for her ducks, but 𝐒𝐿𝐿 can do, other things, but it's all about the ducks with 𝐒𝐿𝐿. And here we go. So knit me, sew me, and so 𝐒𝐿𝐿, tell us all about your craft, how you got into this, and what's going on. How does it all work?
Well, it all works pretty seamlessly most of the time, but basically I learned how to knit and crochet when I was 13 in grade school back in the dark ages when all the girls took home ec, and I learned how to sew as well. My mom taught me how to knit and crochet. I learned how to sew in school, and I pretty much did that throughout my lifetime. And I also, in addition to knitting and sewing, crocheting, I used to do latch hook rugs when that was the big thing. I did needlepoint, I did crewel, I did embroidery. So throughout my life, I've always done things with my hands. So it just kind of flowed into a visit from my mother, who, when I told her I had more designer sweaters that I could possibly wear, what she thought I should do, and she said, you should start a business. So I did. And the first business, it was under a different name, but it was basically just all baby things. And then I branched out into accessories, and then I branched out into home goods. And then in 2017, I had to have my website redone and a new website. And so that's when Knit Me Sew Me came to be. And so this year, the website had a total revamp. It's an e-commerce site now. It's beautiful, new logo, which really shows exactly what Knit Me Sew Me is all about. And so my whole goal is to share handmade with the world.
Yeah, for sure. And trying to think if I missed it in what you all said. Like, why the ducks? Like, what's really going on that you're all about your ducks? What brought that up?
The duck came to be through, I was doing an alignable Smart Connect, and I was in a breakout room with somebody, and this was in the early summer of 2022, and my sister and I had booked a cruise to Europe. And the gal said to me, do you happen to have any of your products that you can take on the cruise, kind of like Flat Stanley? And I go, oh my God, I can take a duck. So I took the duck. The picture behind me was taken in Šibenik in Croatia, right by the sea. You can see how beautiful the sea is. And we took this duck everywhere, and literally the duck was the hit of the trip. So I come back and we do a playlist on the YouTube channel, Lucky Ducky Goes to Europe. Cool. So I auctioned him off at the end of the year, and the person who won him took him back to Europe in April of 2023. So then there was another playlist, Lucky Ducky Goes to Europe Again. Okay, so that worked out great. So in 2023, last year, my sister and I went to New York for the US Open tennis and for sightseeing. So of course we took a duck. And then we, in late August through middle of September, we went on another cruise to different parts of Europe. And of course, we took the duck. So this is the duck that I actually took with me. And it just kind of flew, it just kind of took off. Everybody was quacking up about the duck. And honestly, every vacation I've taken the duck on, I've had the best time because everybody wants to know about the duck. So he's my traveling companion along with my sister. He weighs basically next to nothing. So I put him in a baggie and put him on my backpack, and we take him everywhere. However, like if we're in a church or when we were at the Vatican and the Sistine Chapel, stuff like that, he doesn't come out for, those sorts of things, because you can't cross that line between having a lot of fun and, going to a very religious place. So when we went to this past summer, when we went to Normandy, to Omaha Beach, he stayed in the backpack the whole time because, that's a very solemn place. And so we kind of know when we can take him and when we can't. And he understands he can't go everywhere. But that's how the duck came to be. So through Alignable, and a Wednesday group that John and I are both in, people started ordering custom ducks. So I made John's duck custom for him. And there's a guy named Steve who actually ordered ribbon with his company's name on it and drop shipped me the ribbon. And every time he orders a duck, I make his company colors and put his custom ribbon on it. So, I've made a Mary Kay duck in pink and black. So that's kind of how the ducks came to be. However, I make a lot more things than just ducks.
All right. So there you go. A lot of capability, capacity, a lot of ideas, creativity going on. So, John, tell us about your duck. It's custom made. Like, what did you all tell 𝐒𝐿𝐼𝐍 about this duck that you had to have? How did that all happen?
Well, everybody was kind of ordering ducks, and I said, well, yeah, I need one for my mascot. So it looks like a brick building kind of deal. It's a brown building. Her name is Millie, short for Mill City Marketing MA.
Of course. There, all right. So we have a mascot now. Thank you,
Yep.
𝐒𝐿𝐼𝐍, for providing. All right.
You're welcome. And Kurt, if you want a watermelon duck, we can work on that too.
Watermelon. Has the world ever seen such a thing? I'm trying to
You
picture
know what?
that is.
The sky is the limit when it comes to handmade. That's the beauty part of handmade. You can order custom almost everything, and no color is forbidden. So, people can just use their imagination, let it run wild, and say, oh, can you make me a duck and this, and this, and this? And I do my darndest to make it happen.
Well, there you go, John. You done started something now. So you heard it here, John. We got to get a watermelon duck. And so Emily, you'll have to help us with the whole process. It's going to be a development that it's going to be running for a bit here. So John, I'm going to give you the reins back. You made it back into your show. And so take it on. And where we go next with 𝐒𝐿𝐼𝐍?
Yeah, I'm back. Hey, what can I tell you? When you do something live, technical gives out on you. Next best thing, your phone. But yeah, so 𝐒𝐿𝐼𝐍, why don't you let people know the other products that you have that you work on?
Okay, well, I have lots of products actually, and you can find everything on the website at 𝐂𝐿𝐼𝐍.com. One of my most popular products is a adjustable head wrap, and that's called the Knitty head wrap. It's under accessories on the website. Comes in lots of different colors. It's made, it fits any size head. It's really interesting the way it works. And you can wear You can wear your hair down. You can do a ponytail in the back. You can wear it like a cowl. And they're great for keeping earbuds in. And they're also good for keeping your head warm. A lot of people don't like to wear hats, but this head wrap seems to work very well for most people because there's the opening in the back, so you can do different hairstyles. And another one of my most popular products are all of my fingerless gloves. They come in 5 different patterns. There's lots of different colors. And basically they come up to where your fingers are. It has a thumb hole. So you put your thumb in the hole. And if you work in an office or an area where it's cold and your fingers get cold, you can put the gloves on. They're also good for if you're in your car and you happen to have a lot of electronics in your car. If you try to tap an electronic with a finger that's gloved, it's not going to work. But if your finger's free and it's free, you're using your actual finger, then it will work. And also I have several friends who wear them to walk their dogs because they want to be able to grab the leash with their fingers and not have the glove fly off, sort of thing. They're really durable. They're washable. They don't shrink. They don't fade. They don't stretch. And a lot of the gloves have head wraps to match, or the head wraps have gloves to match. So some people do buy sets, which is kind of nice. And one of the things I'm really proud of is anytime I make a pair of gloves that have stripes, the stripes always match from glove to glove. And I think that's really important. That's another thing about why handmade is so much better than machine made, is the fact that, you know, you'll go into a store and you'll look at a pair of pants, or you'll look at a shirt or something like that, and you look at the sides and the plaids don't match or the stripes don't match and it looks really weird. Well, that won't happen with anything that comes from Knit Me Sew Me. So those are my besides the ducks, those 2 are my biggest products. I also have a whole line of home goods, dishcloths and cozies and scrubbies and cast iron skillet handle covers. So when you go to get your cast iron skillet out of the oven and you've got one of those flop around things, this one just slides on. And almost all of them are 100% cotton, so they're washable and sustainable. So I'm very big on doing things like that.
Interesting. Sounds like you have it all covered.
You know, there's always new things. I have a list. I already have my goals for 2025 taped to my wall, but there are going to be some new products next year. I can't wait to make them. So I'm trying to finish up a whole bunch of stuff now. I've got 2 special orders I need to work on. And once those are done, I have to start working on Easter. So I have a whole line of Easter things too. Easter baskets, Easter bunnies, cupcake bunnies, mini bunnies, baskets, the whole shebang for my spring boutique. So if anybody is looking for something for Easter that who wants a gift that's going to be treasured and could be passed on to other family members, then this is the kind of stuff that you know you should be looking at.
So the ducks are going to have companions with the bunnies.
Yeah. And I'm also looking at making a ducklet. So that will be like a smaller duck. I actually have a picture that I found online and I have to write the pattern. So I do that a lot. So I see a picture of something and there's no pattern, and then I'll just sit down and I'll write it. So it's going to be when I have an afternoon where I have nothing else to do, so I can look at the picture and work it around and see how it's going to work. And, you know, I might have to take it apart, you know, a few rows apart, and then, you know, redo the pattern and stuff like that. But this guy's really cute. So I'm hoping to make that work.
So we could end up with the family with ducks.
You betcha. Yeah. Millie could have a brother or a sister.
There you go.
You could call him Milton.
There you go. Good idea. I'll have to remember that one. We'll get a family going. And so you don't do too much advertising except for word of mouth, right?
Correct. My in-person boutiques I've been doing for 25 years. And so throughout those 25 years, I have a guest book at my booth, and people sign up for
Mhm.
my email newsletter list, and I've got almost 900 people on that list. So
Wow.
when people sign up, they get a welcome email from me. And then I usually send something out once a month. So next week, I'm going to write my year in review email for 2024. But this way I can keep them current on, upcoming boutiques, events, new products, process, all sorts of things. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Alignable, and Knit Me Sew Me has its own YouTube channel. So I'm also doing that. I honestly don't get any business on the social media platforms, but I like being out there. And Ducky now has its own Instagram page. So Knit Me Sew Me has an Instagram page, and so does Ducky. But I've done really well on Alignable, networking with other small business owners like you that have been extremely supportive and have not only befriended me and mentored me and helped me through some, kind of rough waters, but have purchased things from me on more than one occasion. So I found that probably Alignable has been my best marketing platform, even though, the whole idea is networking, which is number one, but I've seemed to be getting business from there. So I'm kind of like, not why would I want to spend money elsewhere when I'm already getting exposure on this platform and people are ordering things.
Right. Yeah, that's true. But if you, as long as Knit Me Sew Me has those pages on the other platforms that this is live streamed on, you may start getting customers in when they see this episode
I hope
live
so.
streamed.
I hope so. And and I'm thinking about looking at doing at least one paid ad. There's a video on the YouTube channel. It's how to wear a nitty head wrap, and it's me explaining what it looks like and how it works. And I actually posted it on a Facebook group for a boutique I did last Sunday. And I had a lot of people come to the booth and say, I saw your video. How do they work? And I redid it for them again to show them how they work, and they bought them. So I don't know if I'm going to redo the video, but I may just leave it the way it is and do like a paid ad for that. Because that seemed, when people were saying, oh, I saw your video, it's like, oh my God, this is great. So I think that might be the first one that goes up for like a paid ad for a target audience.
Yeah. Well, to let you know too, you will get some advertising because when I start doing my in-person events, someone's coming with me.
Yeah, and it's he's a conversation piece, because everybody wants to know what's with the duck, but it's fun. It's really a lot of fun. And like I
Yeah.
said, if you take a duck on vacation with you and you take pictures of it everywhere that you can, I mean, I've got him drinking out of a wine glass at Wine Country. When my husband and I went up on a day trip during the summer, that's also on the YouTube channel, Lucky Ducky Goes to Wine Country. And so, I laid the wine glass down and I stuck his beak in it and took a picture. So, you never know what you can do to make it fun.
Yeah. That's the name of the game.
Absolutely.
Get it out, get your business out there and have fun in the process.
And this is my joy and my passion. I mean, I wish I could have done this like 30 years ago, but, obviously that wasn't working out. I had to work full time. My husband and I had just celebrated our 30th. So, we had to get through our married life until we got to the point where we are now. And for me, this is not a big money maker. And you know what? It's okay, because I am sharing my joy and my passion with others. And
Right.
if I can get a couple of people to not buy from big box stores anymore and look for local artisans in their area and shop with them instead, and so to grow the local economy, I feel like I've done my job.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel too, is build up the local economy, and from there, if everybody starts doing that, this country will be
Exactly.
in better shape.
And one of the things, Knit Me Sew Me offers gift cards. So, I mean, if you've got somebody who every time you buy something for them, they hate it and they return it, you can do a Knit Me Sew Me gift card and they can go on the website and order whatever they like in whatever color they like. And that way they get something that they want. And you know that they're not going to be mad because they have to return something that you bought them and then you feel bad because they didn't like it.
Yeah. And from my experience, you are very easy to work with on custom-made items.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's another thing about what I do. I was raised old school retail. So my first job was that I was in college. This was before nothing went on sale until the day after Christmas. Everybody had their 50% off after Christmas sale. And I got hired at this ladies' wear store it was for 2 days, and I ended up working there for 3.5 years. And so I learned what it's like to give personal customer service. And I never tell anybody that something looks good on them when it doesn't, because they will return it 100% of the time. But I want them to have a great shopping experience with Knit Me Sew Me, whether you're at an in-person boutique or like you, or you and I did it back and forth with messaging and online, and I shot you pictures of yarns for you to choose from and things like that. So I'm always there. If I'm not in person, I'm still there. And my goal is to make sure that everybody is just absolutely happy and thrilled with what they got from Knit Me Sew Me.
Right. And that's what builds little businesses, is the customer service. And I've been finding out, talking to people on Alignable, you can pretty much pick out who's had who's been in kind of a retail background by the personality that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes a lot of the friendships, is the people's personalities.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And, the first time when I got on Alignable, we all started with zero connections and zero recommendations. And, how you grow your Alignable presence is up to you. You put in, you get out what you put in. But I have met so many incredible people and incredible women, especially in the women's business owners group. Everybody is there to help. Everybody's there to mentor. Everybody's there to offer a shoulder to cry on. If you're having a bad day, people are there to say, what can I do to help you? And so now I'm to the point where I'm passing that information that I learned along to others and helping people with their profiles, answering any questions about Alignable, and, and just making sure that they're successful. That's the whole idea, is to help them be successful. And then they'll take that information and they'll pass it on to the next person. And then it just keeps, growing from there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people out there that, if anybody on Alignable has questions, there's a lot of people out there that will be more than happy to help them.
Oh, sure. And then they have the Alignable University, where there's videos, how to do your profile, this, that, and the other. But, you have to go to the groups and you have to do the Smart Connects and the one-to-ones. And that's where you really, really get to know people and see what they're all about, and they see what you're all about. And I've been just totally blessed. Like I said on Wednesday when we all met, I'm grateful for everything. Even if something didn't go right, I'm still grateful. I'm grateful for everything that comes my way. If it's not a good thing, then I learn from it. But if it's a good thing, it makes me happy. And I don't take anything for granted.
Yeah. And you never know when you start out on Alignable where you're going to end up.
True. So true. So true.
Right.
But, a lot of it is, you put in the time and the effort, and, and good things come out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And like myself, I've been on Alignable not that far over a year. I think it was a year back in October. September, October that I started. And look where I am now. Just became an ambassador for Alignable.
I know. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Actually, one of the ambassadors in my area, decided not to do it anymore, and they contacted me and asked me if I wanted to be ambassador. But Santa Clarita is a little far from me, and honestly, with a handmade business, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm kind of one of the this is a niche thing where I have to be very conscious of my time management. So you could be on Alignable 24/7, 365, but for me, if I don't block out chunks of time to create inventory, I don't have a product to sell. So I have my schedule. I know what I'm the limit of what I do each day, and I abide by that. And that way I can still network and do smart connects and meet new people. And then I have time to create my products. So I have enough inventory for next year.
Yeah. And you still have time to come on shows like mine. Thank
I
you.
love, I love doing podcasts. I mean, it's so much fun. You never know who you're going to meet. And
Yeah.
for me, it's getting handmade out into the marketplace, and why handmade is so much better than something that comes over on a ship, in a shipping container, in a box that
Mhm.
somebody opens up and slaps a price tag on it when you don't know who made it. It could have been a child laborer. You don't know. You don't
Yeah.
know if the content is exactly what that's on the tag. You don't know if there's chemicals in it. You don't know any of that stuff. But with
Yeah.
Knit Me Sew Me, you know exactly what you're getting. And there's, since I started the business, I've been open, honest, transparent. I have integrity. I'm trustworthy, and I will not run my business any other way. And that's why I've been successful so far. I've been successful on Alignable because everybody knows that I'm probably one of the most honest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah. And I have to agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
But Kurt, do you have any follow-up questions? I know you have questions, Kurt. Come on in. He always comes up with questions.
Is he there, or is he watermelon water skiing?
Kurt's been doing podcasts a lot longer than me, so he's better with a lot of the questions.
Yeah. We were talking
I'm
about that
getting
with
better.
our coffee club.
I'm getting better.
Water skiing, watermelon water skiing.
There you go. That should be a logo for him. A watermelon on water skis.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. And you can do the logo. I know this marketing guy that, I think would do a really good job on that. Is he coming?
Kurt, where are you?
Kurt, where are
Anyways,
you?
but yeah, it's
Emily, is Kurt coming? There he is.
There you go.
So we decided that your new logo should be a watermelon on skis, and I know somebody in marketing who can do that for you.
All right, let's do it up.
And I've actually seen crochet patterns for watermelon things, like actual, looks like a slice of watermelon.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Sounds good. Actually, what we're doing here right now, we use StreamYard, and StreamYard's logo is a duck. Have you ever thought of approaching StreamYard to buy some of your ducks?
No, I haven't, but thank you for telling me about that.
Yeah.
Do you have an in with them?
I don't, yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to help, incentivize it, whatever, that you can just keep it about selling your ducks and whatever you need. But if, pointing out that we use StreamYard and, in terms of that they can look forward to that if they buy these ducks, that they'll get some extra exposure on their product, to have a network like ours and a show like John has here, that they can get some free advertising through buying your ducks and whatever else you want to do with them. Happy
Sure.
to partner up with you, and our stuff can just be complimentary, just kind of things you can promise them, and it doesn't factor into your costs at all, but whatever it does for them to see the value add.
Mhm. That would
Happy
be
to do
great.
that with you.
Yeah, that's a fabulous idea. Thank you.
You bet.
And by the way, Kurt, she does military ducks too.
Yep.
Military ducks.
It's
So
it's
We
called
explain that more.
we should get one for
Soldier Ducky, and he's made
Oh,
out of camo yarn. He's on the website. So he has camo yarn, and he has a black beak and black feet with a black ribbon. And since the eyes are black, I put white felt underneath the eye, because you wouldn't be able to see the eye if it was just the eye itself. So yes, I make Sergeant soldier duckies.
well, fantastic.
Well,
So
maybe
yeah,
we
we
should get
work
one.
with.
Maybe we should get one for Brian Cart.
Did you hear that, Elise? Emily offered to buy some military ducks for Brian. Did you hear
You
that?
betcha. You betcha.
Or,
All you have to
or
do, Emily, all you have to do is go on the website, and at the top left in the ribbon, it says Lucky Ducky. If you click there, it'll take you to all the ducks. And I even have the custom ducks up there.
okay.
So I have the custom ducks up there.
Oh,
So-
no, just talking about military. That was the first person I thought of, Cart. So
Yeah.
Well,
And
that was
actually-
awful nice of you, Emily. Yeah.
And actually, my husband works with two former military, and he got soldier ducks for each one of them, and they're in the video. They're in the video with their ducks.
Oh. Excellent, excellent. So, Elise, when are you gonna? You do some videos and whatever on Instagram and stuff. I think I've seen you. You like make some of your own videos for marketing what you do, or just get out there, don't you? Or no?
Well, Google and videos are the banes of my existence, honestly.
Okay.
I'm learning Canva, and I have a
Okay.
social media gal. So I just put the Me and My Ducky thing together, and then she's going to take it from there. So I'm trying to do a lot of legwork to save money on, paying fees. So I did my first one. I got to go in and I just added John. So I need to go in and do some editing. And then the guy who did my website, he had me record off my phone, and he asked me a bunch of questions. And then there's the whole video together, and then there's the snippets. So we've been posting the snippets, but video is hard for me. I don't know how to set it up. I don't know how to do it. But I'm going to have my sister help me this weekend, because I want to do some ducky things. So, and my husband can talk like a duck. So I need to get the two of them together. So when we do this thing, it's all uniform. I could say, Joel can talk like a duck, and I'm going, "Hi, Ducky, what do you want today?" And he could and I can go through the whole thing. But, I'm not a video person, but I'm going to have to really try. Next year is going to be a push for me to just turn it on and see what happens.
There you go. Well, whatever we can do to help you here with what Emily can do, and with the marketing flair of John, and
Come to California and help me.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, so John, you'll have to let us know when you're going to be out there in California, but but in the meantime, we can hop on StreamYard, Zoom. We can use all the remote tools. We can just use our devices to put it all together, and we can even, if you wanted to, at least evolve your own podcast show, even if you only did it every few months or something. So it's no big deal, no stress, because I know you're always busy. But if you have points in time of the calendar where you'd have fun doing a podcast, then we could invite some of these alignable people on, and have the Nip Me Sew Me podcast.
Oh, that's a very interesting idea as well. I hadn't thought that far ahead, but thank you for that.
You bet. Wow, that's what it's all about.
Let's just add that to my plate that's already like overflowing, but that's okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It can be like a ways down the road, but once you knock some of these things off your list, and you get into a better comfort zone, make sure to have that one in the hopper. And when you get that far down the list, let's do it. Let's
absolutely. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, do you have any other questions for me?
Well, we're here at Revolutionize Your Marketing, and I would say that we give you great accreditation for how you've been able to build a reputation out there around this duck thing. You really built an avatar and an identity and way to draw people in. You've got your promoter zeal. In the marketing camp, we, talk about, advertising, publicity, promotion, personal selling is part of marketing. So your abilities and the way your style of being able to show, like even writing the show, people are experiencing how you make it really easy, to buy a duck and how it can be put together. And people who aren't too creative, you're using power of suggestion, to draw that in. So describe that for me, Elise, that you come in as a creative, a crafter, and they say a stitch in time saves nine. So you figured out a way to, not have to redo things and whatever because you plan ahead. But in John's wheelhouse of marketing, what has it been like learning from people in Alignable? You're the chief cook and bottle washer for your business, right? So tell us about what marketing has been for you. Have you come to enjoy it? Is it just a beast you got to do, so you do it, and it's all work and toil, or have you come to enjoy some of this marketing stuff?
Well, I think I do it kind of because I have to, but since I have my social media gal, she's taken on more of the role of doing stuff to get that off my plate. So we have a schedule. So like on Mondays we do certain things, on Tuesdays we do certain things, and whatever. So we've got a schedule. I still write some of the content, but not as much as I used to. She does a lot of that now because I just couldn't do it all myself. And she's really, really creative with Canva and graphics and things like that. So like I put this Ducky and me video together, and she'll go in and she'll make it 10 times better than it is now. But as long as I get the foundation done, then she doesn't have to spend a whole lot of time on it. But it's from Alignable, it's just being there for people. I mean, showing up. And it's not just showing up and having people, buy from me. That's like the least important thing on Alignable. It's that we all show up for each other to help each other grow our businesses and to grow our relationships. And so I think that's that's sort of marketing too, because you're basically marketing yourself to others to get to know people, and they get to know you, and they get to know that they can rely on you, and that you're not some fly-by-night person. You're not a phony, that you have integrity, you're honest, and you care. And I think for me, that's what I like to impart with Knit Me Sew Me is, I mean, I have people call me from my Google page asking me for things that I can't do. But instead of saying, no, I can't help you, goodbye, I'll give them suggestions. So I had a guy call me and he goes, can you sew a patch on a backpack? And I said, well, unfortunately, I can't because I just have a regular sewing machine. I don't have an industrial type sewing machine that can do thick things like that. I said, but you go to your cleaners, your local cleaners. They have alteration people. And if they don't have one, go to a shoe repair shop, because, they deal in thicknesses of soles and this and that and the other. I said, and they fix luggage and all this other stuff. So they have the kind of industrial machine that you would need to get that backpack, that patch sewn on your backpack. So, when we hang up the phone, I always get a thank you. I always thank people for calling, and I hang up knowing they didn't buy anything from me, but you know what? I sent them away with a suggestion that could make their day. And if that's the only thing that comes out of it, I am totally happy with that. Down the road, if they say, oh, that gal from Knit Me Sew Me, she really helped me, let me go see what she's got, that's okay too. But that's not the reason why I do it. I do it because I want to be helpful. I don't like being left hanging. When you get on the phone with somebody and they don't answer your question, or you get hung up on and you're frustrated and you're angry. I don't want anybody to ever leave a phone call with me with those kinds of feelings. So that's why I take the approach that I take.
So, at least with how I know you and how personable you are, you're working with a real craft, you're real to people. I'm just bringing a big twist on this because we live in this world now where everything's going AI. Are you embracing AI at all or not so much?
I didn't ever think I was going to, but I have to admit, yeah, I'm using it. And basically, I use it for catchy subject lines for my monthly emails and my newsletters, and sometimes to help me write intro paragraphs. So, like if I get the newsletter all done and I need a kick-ass intro paragraph and writer's block, brain dead, I'll just say, write me a 3-sentence paragraph, da 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 da, whatever. And so I've been using it for that. But I still go in and change words because, Google doesn't like it if you copy it verbatim, get in Google jail. So I am using it, but I can't use AI to make my products. So, you can use AI for a lot of things for people's businesses, but unfortunately, for the actual creating the inventory, no, that doesn't come from AI. That comes from me.
There you go. There you go. And it works fine without AI. Absolutely. So Elise, tell me this. You've been doing the business the duration you have, and you've got goals for 2025, but help us put our mind around, what is your destination when you think of your legacy on this and someday, maybe far into the future, when you're 100 years old or something, you'll hang up your hat and you made your last duck or whatever. Do you see an end game to this? Like what imprint are you going to leave in the world with this? What scale are you going for? Or did you find what you like? Like it's a good combination, so you're just figuring out a way to keep the sales coming in easier and just keep doing what you're doing? What are your goals with this?
Well, my goal is to just keep on doing this until I drop dead. I mean, honestly, or as long as my hands hold out, because
Yeah.
all of this is handmade. So, I do have some issues with my hands, so I have to be a little careful. But as far as scaling it, it's never going to be, $100,000 business. It might be over 10 years, but it's not going to be $100,000 business because I can only make what I can make. So basically, my goal is for anybody who buys something from Knit Me Sew Me to know that they got something incredibly special made by a very talented creative. Okay, so that's my imprint is after I'm long gone, anybody can look at something from Knit Me Sew Me and said, yeah, she made this for me, and I treasure it because it was handmade and it was handmade by 𝐒𝐿𝐿.
So have you ever thought of, like, we got John on here right now, you know, like Emily, you want to take a photo? I'm thinking of, has any of this come up where you have the person who bought your duck or whatever they had you make for them,
Mhm.
and you put that satisfied customer in the picture with the item, and then create a collection that we can all see.
That's what I just did. I just did a vid. I'm in the process of doing a video
Video.
it's called Me and My Ducky. So John just sent me a picture today of him and Millie. I just
Okay.
added that. And so I've got a couple more pictures to add, do a few more things, and then I'm going to send it off to Kim for music and the whole shebang. But I've got people and their ducks. So that'll go up on the YouTube channel. I'll post
Perfect.
that. And yeah, so as people do, I also have to do a video of my owl hats for the kids are so popular. There's 4 colors, lots of sizes. So I've got a ton of pictures of kiddos wearing owl hats. So that'll be a video. And so this way people actually see, kiddos wearing things and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got that covered.
Awesome, awesome. Because yeah, I see you've got a nice little culture around this, and you got, like, I talked about the pop-up coffee club that we were on earlier, and but
Yep.
you've got your own club, whether it's the Duck and Others Club or
Yep.
whatever it
And
is.
that's why Ducky has his own Instagram page. So it's Lucky Ducky KMSM. So Lucky Ducky Knit Me Sew Me on Instagram, and he has his own page. And so we're posting fun stuff about him. And the next thing I have to do is put all the pictures together from my Europe trip in September, so we can do another playlist of where he was in September.
Awesome. Any other
So
information you want to give out, Elise, on how people find you, order with you, or, if they
well,
love what's going on, to see if you have the time and resource to do their thing? How do they do that?
sure. The website is knitmesewme.com. My email address is on there. There's all a contact information. You can join the email list. I do not spam. That's the first thing I tell everybody is I do not spam. I don't have time. And I love special orders. I mean, that's what makes what I do so interesting, because no day is ever the same. So, I mean, I made a toilet paper cover for my sister-in-law. I've made ducks in different colors. I've made Easter bunnies in tons of colors. I made a mouse hat for somebody with ear flaps. I mean, and ears. So, I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to what people see in their mind's eye. And so if somebody wants to contact me, they want something special, I do beautiful custom baby blankets. I actually met a gal on Alignable, and I made a baby blanket for each one of her 3 grandbabies when they were on the way, the same pattern, but different colors. So all 3 of them have baby blankets that were made by me. So I love doing custom baby blankets, especially if there's color, the person has the colors that they're interested in. And, I go to the yarn store, I do a yarn run, I send pictures like I did with John. It's like, well, which one of these do you like the best? And then I work with them one-to-one for their, whatever they're seeing in their mind's eye. So I can create it and make that happen for them.
Awesome, awesome. You mentioned in there you did an Easter bunny. Do you know any person that plays the Easter bunny by chance? Probably not, eh?
Do I know what?
A person that plays the Easter bunny.
No, I don't know anybody who plays the Easter bunny. I just make them.
All right, we
And
got a little.
they're so darn cute, especially the medium basket that comes with the mini bunny and crocheted eggs and everything. So yeah, I make some really cute things for Easter.
Nice, nice. Yeah, we just got a little pet project going on because for 2025, we want to have Santa Papa John go up against the Easter Bunny in a fundraising drive. So we're seriously looking for somebody who plays the Easter Bunny like
Well,
John plays Santa.
I know. Well, Santa Papa John's got the whole monopoly on the Santa angle of that.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. He taught us how Santa's the most marketed character on planet Earth.
Yep.
So
And he looks just like Santa too. I mean, it's uncanny, the resemblance between the Santas you've seen in drawings and what he actually looks like.
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like Santa comes alive on the screen when he's in a Zoom meeting. It's
Oh,
like,
I know.
wow, holy smokes.
He's a very, very nice man.
Yep. Yep. So there you go, folks. We got the items that you need for any occasion, gift giving like you've never seen before, right here with 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐄𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐍. Knit Me, Sew Me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kurt Roskopf. I want to invite you to contact me anytime if you have anything with these shows that you would like questions on, follow-ups, any help. If you're trying to use Elise's information and it's not quite getting you there the way you'd like, feel free to call and text me 262-372-1754 and give me an email, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at spiritofthegame.org. And we have John here. John, you want to let people know how they can reach you through Mill City Marketing, yourself, anything you went out there about you, and then your role in making sure people are buying up these items from Elise. What do you think, John?
Sure. Anyone interested in getting on this podcast, either get a hold of Kurt or get a hold of myself, either by email, which is millcitymarketingma@gmail.com, or you can find me on pretty much any platform under either my name or Mill City Marketing MA. Spend most of my time, believe it or not, on Alignable. If you have a business of any type, you need to be on Alignable. And you can find me there a lot. And if anybody is listening or views this on YouTube, and if you're from New Hampshire, Massachusetts border or southern New Hampshire, I am now an ambassador for Alignable, and I have a new alliance which covers a lot of southern New Hampshire all the way out to the beaches. If you're in that area, look me up on Alignable and come join my group. And Millie says, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Millie. Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas, Elise. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Come back and visit before the holidays and promote your holiday items.
I will do that. Thank you.
All right. Take it away, Emily.
All right. I wanted to thank Elise for coming on today. Again, we are here every Friday at 5 o'clock Eastern. And I'd love to have all of you come on as a guest. So please let us know. Also, check out all of our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. And like, share, comment, on that stuff. As well as check out any of our other people that we're working with, like Zach Clayton on the back channel, Lawrence Wingate of Wingate Studios, Jason on the Disability Channel, Earl Williams of the Midwest Plans and Podcast, Architect Transform Media, Jason on the Disability Channel, all the great work that they're doing. I guess until next time, hope everybody has a great holiday and a safe and productive week, and to stay happy.